Welcome back to Inside City Hall. Candidates in the race for mayor have just under a month until the final day of petitioning to ensure that they have enough signatures to get on the June primary ballot. The race has begun to shape up with two new entrants into the race in the last 10 days. City Council Speaker Adrienne Adams and former Governor Andrew Cuomo. Cuomo is currently leading in the polls, and he has gained the support of several unions, including Local 3 of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, as well as Local 237 of the Teamsters Union. Joining me now to talk about the race and issues facing our city is Gregory Floyd. He is president of Local 237, one of the city's largest municipal unions. Welcome back to the program. Great to see you.
Thank you, Al. Thank you for having me back.
Describe the process by which your union decides on endorsements. Is there an internal vote of some kind?
Well, we interview candidates who call us for interviews, and we evaluate their performance, and we also have our membership because we hear from them. And it's very surprising about how many members weigh in on who you want to endorse.
Wait. I assume they all contacted you and you made a decision to, there's only like what, 7 or 8 of them at this point, 9?
No, unfortunately, one, the city council speaker, made her announcement after we made our endorsement.
I see.
Prior to that, only one candidate asked for our endorsement.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, only one. And we're not advertising it. We're
only Andrew
where we
Cuomo.
are. No, I said one candidate. I should have said one other candidate. The other candidate was Scott Stringer.
Right, who you endorsed 4 years ago.
So we endorsed 4 years ago.
Right.
So he came in. The other candidates in the race, they did not ask for an endorsement, nor did they come in to talk to us.
Not good, not good candidates. What are the leading issues that your members care about? Actually, just to set the scene, about how many members do you have in your?
We have about 25,000.
About 25,000. Yes. Many of them live in the city.
Yes, and also retirees. We have about 8,000 retirees.
And your major titles are many of
safety,
the ones.
Housing, hospital police, the peace officer titles.
And the New York City Housing Authority.
Yes.
Many of the jobs that are there.
Yes.
What are the leading issues that your members care about?
They care about foods, the pricing of food. They care about job stability. They care about the economy. They care about crime. They care about government being stable. They just care about everyday things. Will I be able to afford a loaf of bread, eggs, milk, those things? They care about stable government. Will our government stand up?
You know, as you're saying this, I'm thinking, you know, we were just talking a minute ago about what candidates have reached out. We do have an incumbent mayor. Did his people reach out to you?
No, they did not. No.
Okay. Did Andrew Cuomo make any specific pledges about the housing authority in particular? I know that's a big issue.
No, I could tell you why. He didn't have to make a pledge because the housing authority is federally funded. However, he came with something no other candidate could come with. He was the HUD secretary with Bill Clinton. So if anybody knows public housing, it's Andrew Cuomo. So we didn't we didn't need a pledge from him because we know he knows how housing works. He knows how to go to the federal government. He knows how to get funding. He would just have to put people in place and go do that work. See, we like stable government. We like somebody who can govern. Also, get people who could run departments and then give them the ability to run those departments and then have meetings with them. We don't want somebody who thinks they could run everything from Gracie Mansion. You can't do that.
As we reported at the top of the show, Andrew Cuomo left office under a cloud 4 years ago because he was accused of misconduct in the workplace. And I know that's a big deal for you or any other union.
Yes.
Frankly, I know your union in particular, you spend a lot of time defending the rights of your members,
Yes.
public employees, to be in a workplace that is free of abusive and harassing behavior. Was that part of your conversation with Andrew Cuomo?
It was not. I'll tell you why it was not. We had all this time for something to be proven. We had the investigations, we had the allegations, we had people decline, district attorneys decline to prosecute. We could have had lawsuits because we had one other person who won elected office, and that person proved that he sexually assaulted her, and that person won office. However, there was never any proof that Andrew Cuomo did anything. And let me go further. The day of the endorsement, I got a strange call from his first accuser telling me she's his first accuser. How'd you get my number? Why are you calling me? Please don't endorse him. I said, look, this is an internal process. You're not in it. The person started texting me manically. And I said, there's something wrong with this person. Nobody does that. The next day, 250 women endorsed Andrew Cuomo. I said to myself, did you call those 250 women and do the same thing to them? I don't think so.
Well,
just me.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
If she had the phone numbers, believe me, she would. She'd call every last one of them.
Yeah.
But let me ask you that. I mean, there's a legal standard, right? And absolutely, there are at least 3 candidates in this current race that have been sued civilly for some version of harassment or abusive behavior, sexual abuse, and so forth. That's one standard. But surely there's a different kind of a standard just as somebody who's a labor leader, right? You shouldn't have to take somebody to court to get them to treat you a certain way in the workplace.
No. And you know, I've known Andrew Cuomo for, I guess, 20 years. I've never heard that kind of behavior, nor did I witness that kind of behavior. Is he a boss that is stern? Yes. Can he raise his voice? Yeah, like the rest of us, yes. But I've never seen that behavior from him. I've heard other complaints, oh, he bullied me, he made me do this, he made me do that. Yeah, okay, as bosses do. Being a boss means you make people do things they don't want to do. That comes with the territory. But I've never heard a sexual allegation.
You mentioned that you endorsed and stuck by Scott Stringer to the end.
Endorsed
4
and
years
stuck
ago.
by him, and you know something? That wasn't proven either. Unfortunately, he should have been our mayor the first time because we did endorse him. He would have made a good mayor. Is he competent? Yes. Does he check all the boxes? Yes. Would we have the chaos going on that we have now? No.
What changed in the last 4 years?
Well, 4 years ago, we endorsed him, and it just didn't take off. So to do the same thing over again, expecting a different result, we just thought it would be insanity.
Got it.
There's 2 people in this race. We had to pick one. We picked Andrew Cuomo because he's new to the mayor's race. Didn't think he was going to run. He actually said he was going to run. And you know what? We're going to give him a chance because we know he can run government. Scott, you know, we looked at Scott, love Scott, very competent. He's very competent. So, but the last 4 years, we just thought about it and, you know.
Literally the day after your endorsement of Andrew Cuomo, the big public event at your
Yes.
headquarters, Adrian Adams
Made an announcement.
Yeah.
And it was late because we couldn't even consider her because we didn't know she was going to run.
Right. What's your impression of her? Have you worked with her in the past?
I've worked on some things, not directly. So anybody who is the head of the city council in New York City, you know, that's a big job. But directly, we haven't worked with her. So I don't have any opinion one way or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's political season, so we're going to leave it there for now. At another time, I'd love to hear about how some of your members are doing. The school safety agents in particular are always a concern for us.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to talk more about the state of the race when I'm joined by 2 consultants. That's coming up in 2 minutes. Stay with us.